Hey guys, SCSurvival and Hunting here. Today we are doing part 3 of our Bug Out Bag series. Yes, this is an enormous series, but there's videos of people showing their bug out bag, but they don't thoroughly explain the video, because I mean, if they explain literally everything and every aspect on everything in their bag, it would be an hour-and-a-half video. So this section, as you can see, we're doing the first aid section of your bug out bag. We basically got about 90% of all our first aid here. Just a lot of redundancy and just showing you different things that we have put together. Alright, so just starting off, we have, this is a must, this is more for your car kit, hydrogen peroxide and sodium chloride. Sodium chloride, which is on your right, is basically the more pharmaceutical type of your standard hydrogen peroxide. Because got this for 89 cents at Target. This is more. I'm not quite sure on the price.
You can't buy that anywhere.
You can't buy this anywhere.
You have to know people.
Okay. Gotta have connections then. So that out. And you always want to include some sort of pain reliever. In this case, for this certain bottle, I have ibuprofen, 500 tablets. This will last forever, and of course it's never been opened. The seal's still in there. This is good if you hurt your ankle and you still need to walk, but it's not anything bad. You just pop in 2 of these and it helps with the pain. Now, some people don't agree with using pills and stuff like that, but that's up to you. I personally like it because whenever I'm trying to focus on something, I don't like having a bad headache. Then we're just going to go into this. We have some poison ivy scrub. This may not sound first aid, but trust me, if you get poison ivy in some certain spots, you're going to want to have this. Not saying I ever had that. I've had poison ivy like on my arm before, but I know this person who had poison ivy down there and they didn't have any poison ivy scrub, and it sucked for them out on the trail. They should have packed some of it. Luckily, I had some in my pack. Some pain therapy cream. This is basically, you rub a little bit on the affected, not infected area, on the area that is sore, and it helps soothe the muscles, like if your muscles tighten up or have a cramp. This is just for comfort for me. If you have cracked hands and stuff like that, it's nice to kind of have a moisturizer or a lotion to put it on. It makes it feel better. But I just throw this into my first aid section because, I mean, what other section are you going to put it in? You can't put it in clothing. I don't think you can wear this. Can't put it in guns or anything, so I mean, put it in first aid. Next, we have some Purell. Hand sanitizer is wonderful. We have a video on, is Germ-X really flammable? Yes, it's flammable. Oh, no it's not. You have to just go watch the video, see if it's really flammable. I'll put a link in the description below. And Purell can be used for anything, it'll sting. You can use it to clean wounds. It'll sting really bad. You can use it to sanitize your hands, start a fire, etc. Next, we have just some regular dental floss. You can use this for cordage. That's one of the 10 C's of survival. Or you can use it to just kind of keep your teeth in line, keep your gums strong. And if worse comes to worse, you can use it to sew a wound, because dental floss is some strong material. Next, we have some REI First Aid Refill kits. We have a video of this, and these things are amazing. With these things, you don't have to go out and buy another pack. So like right here, we have the gauze and trauma refill kits, and we have a video on this, but real quick, it just has different sizes of gauze, a little trauma roll, and just the list. We have just regular some gauze, and it's all sterile, abdominal pad, wound cleansing, different things like that. On this one, we have the wound cleansing kit. Like this has the, I'm sorry, I'm not good at pronouncing these names. It's the benzalkonium chloride. It has providine iodine, excuse me guys, triple antibiotic ointment, and alcohol prep pads. And those are always good to have in your kit. These we have topical relief. And topical relief, that basically means not inside your body, on the outside, like your skin. So like in this has like burn cream, hydrocortisone just for allergic reactions, I believe. And it has the benzocaine for the insect bites and stings. So you know, if you're allergic to a hornet and you get stung and it hurts pretty bad, you rub this on and it helps soothe the pain. Our next one is the medication. This has like Advil, aspirin, Tylenol, Nutrilox, which is a antacid. It has Histoprin, which is allergy relief, Diamode, which is anti-diarrheal. You do not want to have diarrhea when you're out in the camp, okay? That's just going to make you thirsty and not going to make you feel good. And it comes at the worst times too. And then finally it has an electro tab. And that basically, you take that and it just restores your electrolytes that have been lost during your period of camping or travel, or in worst case scenario, a real survival situation as in you need to bug out, you need to get home, something of that nature. Next kit, we have what you call a boo-boo kit. You basically put these things together with things around the house that you just want to stick in your pocket or stick in a kit that you need to have some more stuff in. So I have Band-Aids, gauze pads, gauze roll, and some ibuprofen and Tylenol. That's about it for boo-boo kits that I have in here. I just have the assortment of Band-Aids, like knee Band-Aids, regular finger ones, small ones, and butterfly strips to help close wounds. Alright, the last are these 4 kits. We have videos on all of these. These are a Venture medical kit. It's a first aid kit video. This one is the Survival 1 to 2 day backpack first aid kit, and it's also in our 24-hour kit. This one is, I believe, part 2 1.0 first aid, and this is part 3 1.0, I believe. So these kits, these are more of the stuff that I just showed you. That's complimentary items. These are the legit, quote unquote, the big, not as basic first aid kits. These hold most of your first aid items that you're going to have and use at camp. So we're just going to start with the small ones, move these aside. Now we have videos on these, but I'm just going to open them real quick. I'm not going to go into each one specifically, but like on these small kits that you can have on the outside of your pack, you know, you want to have like tweezers, the shears, the bite and sting relief, a roll, and I added this the other day, some Neosporin. A friend gave it to me and I was like, hey, I'll take it, I'll put it in my bag. Medical tape, moleskin, that's always good to have if you get blisters. Walking with blisters for 3 or 4 miles, it's not fun, trust me. I've had to do that one day in hunting. I forgot my moleskin, my first aid was in the other truck at the hunting club, and I got a blister walking through the woods, going to my stand, and it was not fun. You need to have like antiseptic wipes, an assortment of first aid Band-Aids, ointments, different things like that, and some pills if you want like Diamode for anti-diarrheal or hydrocortisone, because that's good, because if you're allergic and your throat swells up out in the woods, that's not the best situation. So make sure to go check out this first aid kit for the Adventure Medical Kit. And I'll put a link below in the description so you can go right to it. The next one is our Survival 1 to 2 day backpack first aid kit, and it's also in our 24-hour kit. So basically in this one, we have basically everything, as you can see, is chock full. Has basically everything you need. Band-Aids, gauze, ointments, pills, different things of that nature. And of course like the instruments like the tweezers and shears and different things like that. The next one is the part 2 bug out bag first aid kit 1.0. This one is a more extensive kit. Well, not extensive, it's just bigger. Has hyper redundancy. To me, hyper redundancy is key in any survival situation. If one knife breaks, you're gonna have another one. Personally, I have 3 fixed blade survival knives in my pack. If one breaks, have another one. If the other one breaks, I have the last one. If that breaks, then I'm just gonna use a rock. All right, so in here, this reminds me, we haven't shown this yet. We have some Vaseline. Vaseline is wonderful for a first aid situation. You can use it for starting fires and then just other purposes, honestly. I mean, you can rub it in any raw areas that you have and it helps it. get better, and Vaseline is always important. And then I got a big pack of Dymo, just 2 tablets isn't going to last a long camping trip. That's just going to last one time if you think about it. And then, you know, we have video of this. We have aspirin, non-aspirin, triple antibiotic ointment, insect protection, sunscreen, poison ivy cleansers. If you fold it out on here, this just gets more extensive where it has more alcohol pads, tin foil, cotton swabs, an assortment of wound closure strips, band-aids, there's medical tape, bite and sting relief, an ice pack. Band-aids have razors. If worst comes to worst, you can use these razors to, if you ever have to cut on someone, but hopefully you don't have to. And you may think, why do you have, and I have 10 in here, why do you have 10 in here? Well, one thing, I'm not going to use one razor. Say if I use it to cut on my friend. Later on, I'm not going to use that razor to cut on someone else if I have to use it again. Totally unsanitary, you'll spread many infections. You know, glow sticks, small knife, tweezers, popsicle sticks, Sharpies. And you're like, what do you have a Sharpie for? If you need to cut something, you can draw a line so you can trace the line and not have it so badly cut. Gauze pads, different things of that nature. Let me just stick that right back in there. And I would advise you, if you want to, if you're like, well, I don't like all the stuff that's packed into the first aid kits, go out and buy one that's not fully packed and put your own stuff in there. I mean, that's what I do. I mean, these two are basically one kit. I've just chocked them full, and whenever this one got full, transferred a lot of this stuff over here. So this is the part 3. So like in this one, this is like my major big kit. This is probably something I'll put in my car, but I have it in my bug out bag because my bug out bag is gonna most of the time be in my car sometimes. It's gonna be in the car and different things like that. So in here, this is just huge. I have tissues, Mylar blankets, because, you know, if you have hypothermia or something like that, or if you're just super cold, you can have this Mylar blanket to warm you up. You have pills in here and stuff like that. I like this about this. This folds out, goes into there. You have these little swabs, just like the orthodontist braces swabs. Not sure where we got these, but it's something similar to that. You can use that into clean areas and for starting fires. Alka-Seltzer, quick and clean antiseptic hand wipes, which is basically an alcohol version of alcohol wipes. You have triple antibiotic ointment and the Benadryl. This is for itch stopping cream, so poison ivy, poison sumac, and poison oak. You have alcohol prep pads under here. You have Gatorade. I just use this to keep your electrolytes up because that's very important. People take their electrolytes and stuff like that for granted, you know, pop a Gatorade in every now and again, or eat healthy, you know. If you're in a survival situation, you're not going to be able to have fresh corn, fresh fruit at every meal, okay? Unless you have some sort of garden or way to plant a garden. You know, I have Alka-Seltzer, different gloves to use, gauze rolls, and my favorite, Quick Clots. I have 2 of these in here. These are wonderful. The things with stuff like this, I just hope I never have to truly use it for something major. And then things right here, you have eye drops, medical tape, huge assortments of medication, moleskin, itch cream, pads, eye drops, medical tape, band-aids. I have quite a lot of these. The little gauze rolls. I'm not going to take it out, but there's 2 big, 2 big ice packs under there, so you can have that if you have a cut or like a bruised arm of some sort, or a bad headache or head injury. Because, you know, out in a survival situation, you're not going to have doctors around to call, like, what's up, doc, what's the diagnosis? I mean, you can't do that in a survival situation. So that's about it for the first aid, and I don't think I'm really missing anything. I mean, there's scissors in here, different things of that nature, tweezers, and we just kind of gone over the basis of first aid for your bug out bag. And before we go, the key things you want is, of course, band-aids. You need to go over these subjects. Band-aids, wound closure, a way to clean wounds like prep pads, sodium chloride, and if you don't know a pharmacist or have connections, regular hydrogen peroxide, it works. pain relievers, medication, and just redundancy on that, and to help trauma. I was just about to think of that, and then you can just go from there on whatever you want and have comfort. So guys, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please tune into all our other videos, and I'll have links to these videos. And I know this was a long video, but this is a very important subject in the world of survival in your bug out bag. And please stay with us the entire series. This is going to be a great series. Thanks and bye.